The first update we have today is a major friendship fallout where a routine business decision led to complete silence. And now, castmates are accusing a co-star of having a calculated agenda for a red carpet appearance. Okay, so Sutton Stracke finally talked about why she cut professional ties with her former assistant, Avi. She says it was purely a business decision. Her kids left home, she didn't have a storefront to manage, so she just didn't need the full-time staff. But what really surprised Sutton was that letting him go professionally also completely killed their friendship. She confirmed they're not speaking anymore. The whole thing really shocked their castmates. Kyle Richards pointed out their close, funny dynamic. Jennifer Tilly explained why it became such a public issue, saying fans really saw Avi as a member of the family, not just an employee. Well, the conflict really escalated when Avi appeared with Garcelle at her movie premiere. Dorad Kemsley's reaction was just pure shock. Kyle Richards really shaded the whole thing, saying it seemed to have an absolute agenda, basically designed by Garcelle and Avi to get people talking. Jennifer Tilly agreed it seemed a little bit deliberate. And Sutton? She just said she had no idea that Garcelle liked Avi so much, but did acknowledge they apparently have a good long-term friendship. Before we get into the next update, please make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to this channel. Okay then, let's move on to next update now.
Okay, next we are going to talk about Giudice because she is calling out her own show, Next Gen NYC. She claims production created a completely false, negative story about her work ethic. So she was on the Plan Bree podcast right after her big win on Special Forces, and she got real about season 1. She said it was good, but also not my favorite. Mostly because they filmed so much stuff that just never made it to air. For one thing, she really didn't like the whole narrative they pushed about her commute from Jersey. The show made it seem like it was this exhausting pain in the ass for her to travel back and forth. But Gia wanted to set the record straight. She said she's so grateful to work, and being in the city is just what the job takes. What really bothered her, though, was how they barely showed her professional life. She talked about a big Vince Camuto campaign she filmed, the whole thing. But what we actually saw was nothing. She said you could literally blink your eye and the scene's over, and all you see is a quick picture of her outside a restaurant. But even with all these problems with the editing, Giudice is coming back for season 2 of Next Gen NYC, which is expected in 2026. So this was today's update about Giudice's experience filming Next Gen NYC. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we are going to talk about Southern Charm, because season 11 is looking pretty wild. Molly O'Connell is teasing a huge pop-off moment, and Venita Aspen is finally talking about that shocking feud with Craig Conover. Okay, so with Molly, she finally talked about things ending with Shep Rose. She basically said that while, on paper, all of it makes sense, at the end of the day, it's Shep. She summed it all up as a fun time, not a long time. Classic. And she's warning everyone that this new season is extremely eventful and really dramatic. She says we're actually going to see her pop off, like a kind of anger that people who haven't known her since her 20s have just never witnessed. Oh, and you know how she was called Sarah on Southern Hospitality? She explained that she only worked there for a month and a half, had braces, and didn't talk much, so everyone just mistook her for another hostess named Sarah. And then there's Venita Aspen's drama. Her feud with Craig Conover all started because she took Paige DeSorbo's side during their split. Venita admits that choice definitely put us on the outs, and don't worry, we're going to see it all unfold in season 11. Her storyline is apparently going to focus more on her personal life and some friendship drama. As for JT, well, she joked that they've already forgotten him and said his recent move to Bali just checks. So this was today's update about Southern Charm Season 11 drama. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we are going to talk about the explosive fallout for Demi Engemann. She is tackling major claims about edited footage, sexual assault allegations, and a pretty strange personal secret that got exposed by a co-star. So Demi Engemann is firing back at both Lisa Vanderpump and Jessie Nadekara. She insists she was sexually assaulted by Marciano Burnett, saying she was inappropriately touched without her consent. And this is despite Lisa Vanderpump and network executives claiming they reviewed the footage from Vanderpump Villa and concluded nothing happened. Demi says she sent a demand letter for the hallway footage to prove her side, but was told the network couldn't share it. She is standing by her story completely. Now, regarding her co-star Jessie Nadekara, Demi suggests that Secret Lives of Mormon Wives cut footage that showed Demi calling out Jessie's untrustworthy behavior during a conversation. She even claimed Jessie was nervous and shitting her pants, basically hinting that Jessie is being dishonest about her own consensual affair. Demi also commented on Jessie exposing that whole Fruity Pebbles controversy, the claim her husband Brett drank her urine. She called it an awkward topic that made going to Thanksgiving, well, difficult. Brett Engelman joined in to defend his wife, saying this gut-wrenching process has only made him fall more in love with Demi. And despite all this, Demi says she is 100% open to making up with Jessie. So this was today's update about Demi Engelman's latest revelations. Let's now move on to the next update.
Next, we're going to talk about a potential shakeup in reality TV that's surprising fans. We already know we've lost Crystal Stoss from Selling Sunset, but now another major star, Emma Hernan, is talking about her own exit. And wait till you hear the only reason she came back for season 9. It's a shocker. So, Emma Hernan has basically come out and said she was pretty much done with the show after season 8. The only reason she decided to return? She wanted to, and I quote, tell her side of the story. And this is almost certainly about that whole drama where she was accused of having an affair with a married man. Now that she's done that, she says she feels completely tapped out. She's loving her life, spending more time with her family on the East Coast, and just seems over it. Now, she did say never about coming back. You know, she mentioned she hates when people announce they're leaving and then show up every season anyway, but the vibe is definitely that she's ready to go. And this news is hitting right after Crystal Stoss made her own exit official. After 9 seasons, she's out. Her reasons were pretty clear. She doesn't need the show for money anymore, and most importantly, she's leaving for her mental health. Crystal said her last season, which she thought would be easy, turned out to be the toughest one yet. But you know, she has no hard feelings. The show gave her a ton of opportunities. So this was today's update about the future of Selling Sunset. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we are going to talk about Brandi Glanville. She's finally sharing a major update after about 2 years in isolation dealing with health issues she called hell. And it includes a really frightening admission about the emotional toll it all took on her. So for years now, Brandi has been facing these debilitating and mysterious health problems. She openly described the whole process of just trying to find answers as hell. You know, this battle was so intense it caused her to become an introvert, and she basically isolated herself in her house for around 2 years. The illness also took a severe toll on her mental health. She bravely revealed that she had moments where she felt she didn't want to live this life anymore, and she described those thoughts as just really, really frightening. But now we have a turning point. She recently shared that she has finally received an official diagnosis. She called the news thrilling, just because, well, she finally has an answer. Now, even with the diagnosis, she says she still faces major challenges every day and has a long road ahead to a full recovery. She hasn't revealed the specific diagnosis to the public yet, but she did confirm she'll be sharing it soon.